Hi everybody! I swear this is my last video unless I think of something else that I can't stand without telling you, but since today is really last day of class, I wanted to send one more video out just telling you a couple of things. First and foremost, your written teaching plans, I've gotten 99% of them. Your written teaching plans were really, really well done. I enjoyed reading them. It made me look forward to the videos. I've seen probably about a third of the videos between both classes, and so far I'm not disappointed at all. The videos have been really, really good. I can tell you all put a lot of thought into it. Some of you had to do craft projects to get your video done. Some of you had to use family members, and I just appreciate how much effort you went to and put into this final project. I think I'm very excited to grade the rest of them, but I think your grades will be in probably by Wednesday, and I think everybody did great. So I'm not worried about that at all, and you shouldn't be either. If you're having trouble, anybody who hasn't uploaded their video yet, if you're having trouble uploading it, Canvas is just being ridiculous about file size. So if you can't upload the video, or if you can upload the video and then your other documents won't load because the site is too jammed, email me anything. Email me whatever you can't put into Canvas, and I'll figure it out from there. So I don't want you struggling trying to figure out how to get it in there, because it's not easy. I know, and I appreciate those of you who've gone to the trouble. A lot of people ended up trying to make like a YouTube video or convert it to an MP4, and those tend to load better than some of the other file types. But if you're having trouble, don't struggle. Just send it to me. It'll be fine. One thing I want to ask all of you to please do as really a favor is your end of course evaluations. It's the first year we've had to teach like this, obviously, where we started the year one way, ended the year a different way. And I'm not sure in the fall that we might not have a similar circumstance. So we're trying to look at courses and say, what could we do better, different, what helped, what didn't help. So particularly for this semester, I'm really hoping that most of you will fill out that end of course semester. It's in Canvas under your to-do list over on the right-hand side, right column. It'll say end of course evaluation or survey. And I need you to, if you could just do me the favor to fill that out, because I'm struggling too with, if we have to do this again in the fall, what was helpful, what was not, and how could I be more helpful to people to get you through this kind of awkward semester. So that would be huge for me. The only other thing I wanted to talk about for just 1 minute is I looked over our class agreements that we had. And I feel bad that I fell short on the snacks because we couldn't have snacks virtually. But I think we met most of the things that people had hoped for in a class, with the exception of how to become more confident in your work in teaching your patients. And so, in class, if we had in-class observation time, we had things planned that help you build some confidence in standing in front of a group of people and talking. But one thing I want to talk to all of you about, as I watched your videos, as I've looked at your work that you've prepared, I want you to take a step back and say to yourself, anybody who feels like they're lacking confidence when you're teaching your patient, think about why you feel that way. Sometimes people feel like they're not the fullest wealth of knowledge on a subject. It doesn't matter. You still have much more knowledge than your patients do. As I watched you teaching in some of the videos and I saw you teaching your family, I can tell your family looks at you like you know a lot, and you do. If your family thinks that, a stranger's going to think it, and that's basically who our patients are. So I think sometimes confidence comes from within as much as being comfortable with a situation. But I want you to think back to when you started nursing school. If I had asked you your second week of nursing school to do a presentation on congestive heart failure, or on teaching a diabetic patient, or showing somebody how to use an inhaler, you would have looked at me like I was from another planet. So I want you to think now, how many times have you explained that information through tests, through talking with people, through working with your patients, through your clinical instructors? You have explained that information and gone over that information numerous times. So when you're not feeling confident, I think some of that is just discomfort in talking in front of somebody versus not being a content expert. So you really have to give yourself credit now. You're now bachelor's prepared nurses. You have done more than many people that are working as nurses right now to prepare yourself. And I think you've got a really good education. So I want all of you, as I looked at the work that you've submitted, not just in this course, I had many of you in previous course, and I got to tell you, you've got the knowledge. It's just knowing how to step forward and say, I'm confident in myself. Don't ever worry about content. You know more than your patient, always. You definitely know more than your patient. And if you prepare your thoughts, even if there's something that they ask you or there's something you forget to tell them, it's not a big deal. You just go back and recover. I hate to give this as an example, but you've watched me make numerous mistakes throughout the semester where I think I've posted something and I didn't, or I put the wrong date, or you know better than I, all the things that people have had to correct for me that could break your confidence, but instead I just look at that as I'm a learner. I'm always going to be a learner, and so are you. So if I don't do it right this time, I'll do it better the next time. That's the way you start to build your own self-confidence in teaching. So I just want you to take that away, because that's the one thing on the class agreements that we looked at that I just don't think we got to work on enough, was how to build up some of your own self-confidence. But you're leaving this course with a lot of knowledge I hope that you didn't have before about how to really assess what you're going to do as a teacher and assess your learner to know how you're going to best convey the information to them. And I think if you can even apply some of those principles, you'll find yourself being a better teacher. And because you're a better teacher, you're a better nurse. All right? So hold on, I have one more thing to say to you.